Welcome back to Teaching Learning. This is Abdul Ghafoor with the ECD Pedagogy. So today another lesson or quick review about your pedagogy study guide. I found there's a few things need to be discussed and give you more tips in order to make easier or lower your burden. So let's discuss a few things first, which is the remaining of the standard one. I'm going to share the screen first. I know you're worried about your exam and it's ahead, but don't worry. Just follow the instructions and it's not that much hard you're expecting. But it needs some technical things or something that a very smartness while you're reading the instructions. Okay, so when you read instructions carefully. There's a lot of the keywords which lead you towards the answer. So once you know how to recognize the answer, that's on. So you're not going to memorize this is something. Okay, so this is the standard one, which is based on the scenario, and they will be creating that situation. An examiner will give you situation or the what we call a scenario, and based on that you have to choose the best answer. So what are exactly most of the scenario in these situations are the same. When we are talking about the teaching strategies, there are the teaching strategies which are meeting for the certain age level. There are some experience, some way of the teaching they are meeting with the age level, and we cannot go beyond of that. Okay, so this is the standard one, which exactly is talking about that one, that what is the child's development, what are the ages of the child development, how you have to create a safe environment, how you have to behave with the teacher, what is your experiences, and how you have to apply this experience. This is all about you in the classroom. So the whole test or whole the ECD pedagogy is test about what you know about your profession, what you know about the designation. If you are a certified teacher, ECD teacher, and you have that education, okay, that how you to teach to the KG students, grade 1 students, and grade 2 students. So this is all about your experiences. Okay, so let's see first. Okay, this is the remaining part of your test standard. So number 3. Yesterday I have explained to you about the number 2, and I told you that how to integrate and what exactly you need to integrate for. So this is the quick review for that number 3. Now, how to apply means you are going to apply development and knowledge to create a respectful environment in the classroom, that students should not misbehave. They have to respect each other, respect to the learning, respect to the teacher, respect to the resources, respect to the guest, respect to the program. So this is all about the morals. Even right currently UAE has introduced that moral education, which is also compulsory for these grades. Okay, and it's helping you or supporting, and how you are going to apply that moral education into your course. Either you are teaching science, English, or any other subjects. Okay, you are going to integrate. Even this is also technique that how to integrate that moral education into your subject. Second thing, safe. Health and safety, which is a priority of them, or the first priority for every school. Okay, what safety measurement you are applying into the classroom? Definitely your measurement safety is based on the school's measurement safety. Okay, so what measure has been taken by the schools and what measure has been taken by you? So this is the most important. So check the things, okay, surrounding your classroom. Is there anything which you think is going to harm or physically going to harm to your children in the classroom? Maybe the floor, the mat, it's not maybe the floor is weight, maybe the furniture in your classroom is not suitable, maybe the doors, okay, maybe the safety pins, or maybe the electric wires are open, like these things. Okay, you have to be careful. So in these for these things, they will be providing the scenario. They will not ask you what they will ask you what you will do for in this condition, in this circumstances, what you will do. Second thing, secure environment for the learning. Make sure that if you have a science project or science activity, if you have a resources that you are applying these science resources carefully, if you have any lab material that's the children's are safe, they are applying the measurement gloves and all these things, okay, for their experiment and so on. So these things is very careful. This is very open things that how you are applying these things. So this is about you are applying. Okay, if they ask you about that, suppose you are conducting a science experiment or science project, okay, and there is something open like the electrowire or all these things, or something like, you know, the table or the benches are not properly set. Okay, so as a teacher, what you're gonna do? So like these questions I have shared with you in sample questions. If you're going to go through the all videos, these most of the videos is based on the feedback of the teachers, and they sent me that Mr. Abdul Ghafoor, we have received these questions like a pentominos or another questions of you will be finding. Okay, there's a feedback about that. So be careful about. Now, apply knowledge of the children's development characteristics, moral education. How are you going to develop the children's characteristics? So you will be telling them about, you know, the difference between bad things and good things, how to behave, how to talk, how to respect. And for that, there's a moral education courses, even respect the parents, respect the teachers. Okay, they're the proper chapters for that. Okay, for the purpose of organizing facility for the childcare and learning and related resources. As I have mentioned, that while you are using the resources, you have to be very careful. The safety is first. This is the school's priority, yours priority, and it should be your priority in the classroom as well. So physical safety, comfort, emotional security, security of the children. Now, here the word I will say that the comfort means your classroom should be in winter is a cozy, equipped with all resources. Even I have the lesson for that, the equipped classroom, you can go for that. And comfort, and that where the students can enjoy they should be free, talk to their fellows, and there should be means attractive the posters, and there should be really a learning atmosphere. It depends on your experiences. Another thing which is the most important thing, and the UAE and schools are considering about the emotional security of the children. It means that you have to be careful the bullying, because there's a lot of questions you will be finding the bullying. So you see, there's a hidden meaning of the each and everything. When we say that the emotional security, that means the children are not using the slang words. They are not hurting emotionally. So one is a physically safety, one is the emotionally safety. Like the cyberbullying, making cartoons of these things, making fun of these things, it should not be go beyond the limit. Okay, so as a teacher, you are applying these all your experiences in order to secure through all the means. Now, promote the responsible and safe technology used by children. Now, safe technology use of children, because in COVID, it's most of other things went online, and through the flipped classroom and hybrid learning for this. But now it's has been recommended by the UAE government that enforce the children to use the technology, because technology is embedded into your curriculum. And this is a priority that we are producing the digital citizens for that. What safety measures you are applying in order to be now it's not only your responsibility, it's also the school's responsibility, that they have to apply some restrictions, which is the not for website, which is not good for the children, and etc. etc. So for this part, I think you have to be careful if they ask you the questions. Okay, how to create a respectable environment, safe environment, secure environment, and how you're going to make a responsible to use the SEF technology. So they will give you the options, and once you read, identify the keywords, definitely you will direct hit on the answer. So what I'm suggesting you, read the question carefully and try to think that what is the relationship between these words. Okay, so you are going to recognize, you are not going to solve something, okay, for ECD pedagogy. Now let's go on the your study guide. I'm going to share with you. Your study guide is here. Now this is the last part of your standard one, but let me check now. The first, yesterday I have discussed with you the these things. Number 2. Now here's the number 1. Even I have shared with you the lesson for the number 1. Demonstrate understanding the children's development theories. Now there are the theories, Pyschology theory, linguistic theories, and there are many other theories that between you what they have suggested about him. Maslow's theory, and there's a lot of theories if you go through the characteristics. Okay, so once you see characteristics, they will use word the milestones. So changing of the milestone when a children is growing physically, definitely there's a changing in the milestones. There's a changing in a cognitive development, language development, emotional development. Okay, so these things you have to be very careful. Even yesterday's video, I have also done these 4 domains: demonstrate understanding in the physical, social, emotional, and cognitive development in the child, in the milestone. So when they are developed in all domains, okay, definitely there's a changing in the characteristics. So second things, you have to go through the theories of the children's development, demonstrate understanding the children's development characteristics. Now, I have shared with you yesterday the link that what characteristics possibly you can think, okay, listen, and I have suggested you 2 the ages and the stages, preschool and the school, from 3 to 5 years. Okay, you can go for the 6th year. Now, what characteristics are developed through these stages development, you have to go through it. So make sure, even I have, there are the questions which I have already uploaded in the sample questions and previous test, that they ask you that which characteristics do you think, okay, they develop at certain this age. So you have to go through it, demonstrate understanding the theories in early. So make sure that you know the theories. Theories are the most important for the child's development theory. And I have a complete lesson for that, the child's development theory. Watch carefully, understand carefully, make your notes for that, and make sure that in each theory, what is the main point of each theory. Even I have mentioned that the purpose of this theory is that you're not going to read the whole story behind that. Okay, for each theory, there's a 1 word and 1 sentence in the development. You have to just go for that. So pick this point, make it, summarize your notes, and I'm sure it will help you a lot. So let's see, have a look on the domain 1, and then I'll close the lesson. Early child development knowledge is critical for those involved in the education of a children from the birth to 8 years. So I have a very clear lesson for that, from the birth to 8 years, and the characteristic development through this one. Second thing, the knowledge of physical, cognitive, social, and emotional. I have mentioned the 4 domains of the development. You just go for the 4 development of the domains of the development, and then what changes, just few changes of the characteristic development, especially for 2 ages. Second thing, influence development on learning must form the foundation of teaching and learning experiences for the young. Means your experiences for the early child the education must be like that, as a foundation. Okay, now as a foundation means that the base, what they need to understand, they should, because if you are building a base and foundation of your children, definitely at the other ages or upcoming ages, he will be very good in his or her education. So the standard 1 is a child development. Go for the theories, for key domains, what you experience, health and safety, security, integration, characteristics or milestones, what you apply in the classroom, that's the most important. Good luck, and I'll be waiting for your feedback. And if you found something new, and if you think this will be helping to your friends, this will be helping to your brothers and sisters, please share with me. Send me the questions you have faced in your test, and I'll be talking about that. I'll be giving you the more overview about that the others can benefit from here. So good luck, stay blessed, don't be panicked, just relax, go through it, and inshallah, you'll be getting your desired score.